Welcome to my Persian kitchen. Let me take you on a culinary journey of Iran. I'll introduce you to the ingredients, the dishes, and the people of this enchanting and misunderstood country. I was born in Iran, but spent most of my life outside, dreaming of the foods I'd grown up with. I inherited my love of food from my grandparents, who grew prized grapes and other fruits and vegetables on their land, and my father, a well-known restaurateur. Now a chef and cookbook author, I have the chance to go back and rediscover the sights, sounds, and tastes of the Persia I once knew. To show you how easy it is to recreate this style of cooking at home, you'll see how I prepare Persian food in my own kitchen abroad using everyday, store-bought ingredients. I'm Ariana Bundy, and in today's episode, I will be taking you to Tabriz, the city of poets, generous hospitality, and lip-smacking cuisine. Home to almost 1.5 million people, Tabriz is the most important city in northwestern Iran and the center of Azeri or Turkish culture and influence. Tabriz also has a very special place in my heart. It's the birthplace of my father, a passionate foodie and restaurateur who inspired me to become a chef. Surrounded by mountains, Tabriz has been hit by more earthquakes than any other major Iranian city. Still, many ancient monuments and buildings survive, not least of which is the Grand Bazaar, one of the oldest bazaars in the Middle East and the largest covered bazaar in the world. The city is a major production center for the famous Persian rugs and carpets. Every home should have one, don't you think? The people from this region are called Azeris or Turks and are known to be hardworking and very creative. But for a food lover like me, the really special thing about Tabriz is the great number of unique dishes that come from here. Stuffed vegetables called dolmez and meatball stews called kufte Tabrizi. The city is also famous for its hearty soups known as ash, chocolates, nut-based cookies, nougats, and caramel. Every day in Tabriz starts with a cup of chai or black tea. In fact, a cup of sweet tea is never far from anyone's lips in this town. My first stop is the Sprawling Bazaar, which is already bustling early in the morning. As you'd expect, I head straight for the food area to see what local delicacies I can find. دیگه این بالا چی داریم؟ پسته.
آذربایجان خودش مهد خشکباره. یعنی خشکبار آذربایجان دنیا معروفه.
بله.
نه ایران دنیا.
بله.
اکثرا قیسی و آلوچه و بیرون داریم. اینا زردآلوی تبرزه مال آذربایجانه. تو آفتاب خشک شده. درمان کمخونیه. از اصلا مقوی تر.
خیلی شیرین و خوشمزه.
شیرینه. اینا هم قیسیه. آره مرنده. آذربایجان. عالیه. عالی.
همشون مزه‌هاشون فرق میکنه با هم. Next stop was an attari, a traditional herbal remedy store found in most Iranian bazaars.
کاکوتیه، چهیاتی میگیم ما. تردیه اینا. این شاسپرانه. برای چای میزنن. خوشبو میکنه. خوشبو میکنه.
از لحاظ سلامتی برای چی خوبه؟
بیتمشک برای کمخونیه.
کمخونی، ها.
اینم محصول آذربایجانه.
این چیه؟ Attari remedies are based on the ancient Persian health system of garmi and sardi, which is all about achieving a balance in the body through the use of ingredients that are either categorized as hot or cold.
آقا این چیزای گیاهی برای ایرانی قدیم و الان چقدر مهمه؟
ما شنیدیم از پدر بزرگمون از نسل‌های قبلی خیلی بهش گیاهان دارویی اهمیت میدادن. حالا خیلی زیاد شده، هم جوان‌ها هم پیرمردها به این وادی اومدن. بله اعتقاد دارن چون ضرری هم نداره. گیاهی همشون هیچ ضرری نداره. خانم خدمتتون.
مرسی خیلی ممنون. مرسی چقدر میشه؟
خواهش
میکنم. نه تو رو خدا. مرسی.
15 تومن بدید کافیه.
بفهم.
خدا برکت بده. لطف کردید. خدا حافظ.
Tabriz is famous for its honey and dairy products. The most important dairy item is the delicious salty white Livan cheese, a type of feta which is consumed here in vast quantities. بعد همشون یکیه؟
بله یه داره.
و این چیه؟
این شیر برنج.
شیر برنج؟
بله.
واه تو خدا میتونم مزه کنم از این؟
بله.
با چی میریزین روش؟ از اینا؟
هم مربا گله. هم آب شکل. گل سرخ.
چجوری میفروشین؟ کیلوییه یا؟
کیلویی بیرون میبرن همان اینجا مثلا پرسی میخورن.
پرسی میخورن
بله،
اینجا بعد میرن.
بله.
Oh my god, now I can really taste cream and the milk and the rose petal jam. از این به من بدین لطفاً. من یه چیه Iranians love noon paneer sabzi, which means noon, naan, bread, sabzi, a medley of different herbs, and paneer, which is feta cheese in Iran. And it's such a lovely dish because it's very digestive, and also people eat this to sort of open up their appetites. So the medley of herbs are scallions and fresh mint and basil and radish and tarragon. And what they normally do, they take a piece of bread, they put feta in it, they add the herbs, they add a bit of walnuts, and then they eat it. And it's delicious. But my version today is a bit of a twist on noon paneer sabzi. What I'm doing is taking some feta cheese, and I'm going to use gloves here, just because it's a little bit easier to roll into bowls. So I'm going to call these feta truffles. We just take some lovely feta cheese, and crumbly one is fine. Don't get the really, really creamy one because it just does not taste the same. Just to make it a little bit easier to make into bowls, I'm adding a little bit of sour cream, but you can add yogurt as well, just a touch. Okay. Quite therapeutic, this. And then take a walnut-sized piece and roll it into a smooth bowl, like this. And next, take the walnuts, crush them, as well as some rose petals, and as well as all the herbs that you see in that bowl are crushed and chopped. One feta truffle, and roll it into this fresh herb mixture with the rose petals. Wow, so pretty. And Iranians love eating fresh walnuts straight off the tree. And if you can't get fresh walnuts, what you can do is take just regular walnuts, raw walnuts, and store them in some cold water in the fridge, and overnight you will get lovely, tender, fresh walnuts, which you can actually peel the skin off of, and then roll them into walnuts. Very pretty. This is an incredible little appetizer. It's so delicious, so easy to prepare, and the flavors go so well together. Back in Tabriz, I meet up with Marina, a local tour guide who takes me to Khane Mashrut, the 19th century home of a wealthy local merchant, which has been turned into a museum.
These are gifts from other countries to our kings, and they use them in their daily life.
They're so gorgeous, you don't want to put any food on them.
Yeah, really, but they used it in their daily life. They have printed the king's pictures on it, and the blue ones, you know, were keeping the evil eye away.
Oh, that blue color, that
yeah, of
specific
course.
blue color.
So that's why the king was using it in his own tray. Yeah. So the turquoises.
Of course, the turquoise.
Yeah, that's called.
Close to the museum, we found a fantastic food market where you can get the famous ashe dough, a real local specialty. This soup contains split peas, rice, aromatic herbs, and yogurt, and is perfect to warm you up in the cold Tabrizi air. And check out this beautiful, moist halwa.
Gələ həvizdir, çox nadir bir şeydir. İldə bir dəfə gələr, səlmasta olar Urmiyanın huməsindən. İldə bir 10-15 gün, 20 gün çox olmaz. Sərşar az fosfor, magnezyum, doşabınandır və girdəkanı döyüb qatmışıq içinə. Buyurun.
مرسی خیلی ممنون
Bəşə. Buyurun.
این شیره انگور
نوش
و
جان.
شکر نداره شیره انگور
شکرم نداره، آردم نداره، فقط با شیره انگور.
و این چه قربون
خواهش میکنم. این هم معجون عسلیه. دوشاب، بال، زعفران، نارگیل و الا ماشاءالله. مفید و
شما
خوشمزه.
بخورین
نوش جان.
چقدر خوشمزه Smells so good in here.
Yeah, it's nice. It's called lavash, and because it's not dough and it's quite crispy, it's
Right.
called yuha.
Yuha. So
Yuha kind of lavash.
right, so it's kind of doughy but crispy on the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, it smells so comforting.
Merci.
The classic daily bread in Tabriz is barbari, a focaccia-like bread that's baked in a hot tandoor. Next stop was a restaurant in the city run by Mrs. Panahi, who is a great example of a modern, entrepreneurial Iranian woman.
I'm gonna have a dolme.
All right.
دلمه رو باید با دست خورد.
به عنوان پیشکسا خود
بله البته.
اینم که مرسه پلو بله با مرغ لونگی که پختیم میل میشه.
توش چیه تو مرغتون؟
مرغ لونگی هم توش گردو، پیاز، بعد رب آلو جنگلی و ازگیر بله فوق‌العاده هست.
این آشتون چیه؟
باش آبگوره هست که آبگوره، گوجه فرنگی، بعد روغن حیوانی، لوبیا چشم بلبلی یا عدس ریختیم توش. سبزیجات معطر.
گوشتم داره توش یا نه؟
گوشت نه با آب گوشت.
با آب گوشت. میتونیم مثلا گوشتم نداشته
بله
باشه.
میشه.
به
اینم که حلوای سنتی
حلوای
تبریز
سنتی.
فوق‌العاده هست.
I'm gonna have some of this morasa polo with the fried onions and the barberries and the pistachios and the almonds and the saffron.
Unbelievable.
It's like a flavor explosion.
من خودم پرستار خصوصی بودم. بعد دیدم که پول کپاپ نمیده. یه فکری کردم. گفتم برم کار غذا رو شروع کنم. به یکی دو تا جا که زنگ زدم گفتن که ما آشپز داریم. بهم پیشنهاد دادن که اگه تو دستپختت خوبه بپز و بفروش. یعنی من یاد گرفتم هم باید بازاریابی کنم هم غذا رو بپزم. تو عرض 33 روز غذاهای من خیلی بیشتر شد. مجبور شدم که یه جا رو اجاره کنم دیگه یواش یواش.
اینجوری رستورانتی رو وا کردیم.
These are called dolme felfel, felfel meaning pepper. Arabs have dolmes, as do the Russians, the Armenians, the Turks, and sorry if I've missed anybody else. But Persians have been stuffing fruits and vegetables for thousands of years. They stuff tomatoes and aubergines, potatoes, apples, quinces, everything under the sun. But today we're going to make something really simple. Add your onions. The first thing my grandmother ever let me make in the kitchen were fried onions. And I loved it. She used to put a little stool on the floor and she just let me stir the onions and I felt like a real chef. It was so wonderful that somebody trusted me enough to cook. You can use lamb or you can also add turkey and minced chicken. But if you don't want to use any meats, you can go ahead and omit it altogether because you've got the lentils. You can use tofu or really omit the meat altogether because you've got the lentils. Add your turmeric. It's a great way to add flavor. And these lentils have been pre-cooked for about 30 minutes. At this point, you can go ahead and add your rice, and you can use white, which is traditionally done, but you can also use brown, which is lovely and healthy. It's got all the vitamins in it. And then my mixed herbs, all the medley herbs that you see here, tarragon, coriander, parsley, fresh mint, all of that goes in here. I must tell you that the rice has also been slightly parboiled, just because you don't want to have raw rice in here. My uncle's wife, who's not Iranian, once made us dolme for the first time and she put raw rice in it. She was so proud, she put it on the table and it was a disaster, but we of course had to eat it and say, so delicious. Now you've got two different types of sauces. One is a sweet and sour one and one is a savory one. And today we're gonna make a sweet and sour one. So I'm just gonna add some water to a pan. I've got apple cider vinegar. You can use any other vinegar except red vinegar. Some sugar. And you could use agave nectar if you like. It adds a milder flavor. Some tomato paste. Some saffron. And you always pound saffron. I know I keep saying this over and over again. It kills me when people just put the threads in their food because it really, you're just kind of wasting that saffron water to put it over rice, etc. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my saffron. Look how gorgeous they look. And just go ahead and stuff them till they're almost full. You need a little bit of space on the top for expansion because the rice is going to expand as it's going to cook more. And put the lid. And our sauce has been reducing for the last 10 minutes. And just pour it all the way around. And you can make this on the stovetop. Just put it in a pan, cover it with a lid and cook it. But I'm making it in a tray because when it's ready, you take it to the table and you place it like this with the tray and it looks really lovely. So cover that up and cook for about an hour and a half or 2 hours, depending on your vegetable, until it's nice and tender and fragrant. I can't resist. I have to have a bite. We got all the fresh herbs, the lentils, and the brown rice is perfect. It's not stodgy at all.
Back in Tabriz, it was time to satisfy my sweet tooth.
این شیرینی قرابی است. یعنی سوغاتی تبریز
بله.
از بادوم و شکر و سفیده تخم مرغ درست شده. اینا پفکردویه. خیلی هم سبکه. امیدوارم که راضی باشین.
مثل مرنگ میمونه، به انگلیسی میگم مرنگ. و این هم زعفرون داره تو؟
این هم لوز تبریزه که با زعفرون و بادوم درست شده، با شکم. بله بفرمایید.
مرسی، خیلی ممنون. توش چیه دقیقا؟
زعفرون، اکثر زعفرون و بادوم خیلی زیاد دارن اینا. شکر هم داره.
خیلی حس زعفرون آدم میفهمه توی.
بله خالص زعفرونیه.
بله. اون وقت اینا چی هن؟
اینا هم اریسن، دو نوع،
اریس.
سفید و قهوه‌ای که اجازه بدیم باز کنم وسط.
بله خواهش می‌کنم. اینا نوقا
بله.
مثل گزه اما گز نیست.
تقریبا شبیه گز ممتاز فرق میکنه اینا.
گردو.
بله.
چقدر گردو ریختین تو این.
درصدیه دیگه اینا،
درصدی.
درصدش بیشتر گردویی. بفرمایید.
چقدر گردوش تازه است.
بله بله.
At night, the streets of Tabriz fill with families out for some fresh air and teenagers checking each other out. It's a perfect time and place for people watching. My father actually came from this region but sailed to America in the 60s to then come back with skills to open Chez Michel, the first fine dining French restaurant in Iran. After the revolution, he opened an equally successful restaurant by the name of Club 22 in Beverly Hills. Although he did let me sit in his restaurant, he didn't believe the kitchen was a fit place for a young lady. If anything, this increased my curiosity and I later became a chef. It makes me so happy to see women being part of the professional kitchens these days. We have Mrs. Tavazo here, the lovely Mrs. Tavazo, who is going to show us how to make kufte Tabrizi, one of my all-time favorites, a very large meatball with lots of yummy different things inside. So,
اول یه سس خوشمزه داره که سسش رو آماده کنیم، بعد خود کوفته رو درست کنیم که بذاریم داخل مواد. روغن رو میریزیم.
روغن زیتون، آلیو اویل.
بله زیتون. پیاز داغمون هم میریزیم.
پس پیاز داغی که قبلا سرخ شده.
بله. البته میتونیم همینجا هم پیاز رو سرخ کنیم ولی خب این آسون تره.
مثلا انقدر درست میکنیم میذاریم
راحت. برای همه غذاهامون زردچوبه و ربمون
یه خودم سرخ میکنید اینا که
خیلی کم
چیزم بره.
بعد ترشی رب بیاد بیرون میزنه.
Oh, the sourness of the tomatoes come out. Okay. So we add some water.
خوبه کافیه مرسی. یکم زعفرون. مرسی. حالا میریم سراغ کوفته. گوشت چرخ کرده، لپه چرخ شده، مغز رون گوسفندی هست.
مغز رون گوسفندی
هست که نرم و چربیش هم اندازه هست. به خاطر همین مغز رون. و سبزیش هم که مرزه و تره. فرق میکنه با سبزی کوفته های جای دیگه ایران. بعد برنج پخته شده که حالت کته داره بدون روغن.
So we're going to make the meatball. It's a giant meatball. گوشت. Okay.
خب حالا لپه رو که لپه پخته شده و چرخ شده هست اضافه میکنیم.
Sort of mashed up ground.
برنجمون که
مثل کته
سفید بدون روغن. هیچی روغن نداره.
Rice with no oil, brown rice would be great.
داره.
برنج قهوه‌ای هم خوب میشه.
خوشمزه میشه.
پر ویتامین. چند تا میخوان؟
2 تا. و فلفل و ادویه. این ادویه مخلوطی از گل سرخ، دارچین، زیره، میخک و هل و زعفران. خوبه؟
نه همش نه.
عالیه. حالا میمونه ورز و کوبیدنش.
تو دستگاه هم میشه. Okay, real Tabrizi woman here.
حالا ما خودمون میگیم 40 بار باید بکوبیم.
و
عالیه. خب حالا تو دستمون برمیداریم موادی که میخوایم داخلش بذاریم. تخم.
این یه دونه کوفته است؟
بله.
همه این
یه دونه کوفته است.
گردو. Giant meatball.
آلو و زرشک.
نباید پهنش بکردیم نخوردیم؟
نه پهنش بکنید از اون بر دیگه جمع نمیشه.
از اون بر میزنه بیرون.
از اون بر میزنه بیرون نازک‌تر میشه.
This is so cool. Giant meatball. Check this out. Okay. یه خود
عالیه.
درستش کرد.
نه خوبه؟
خوبه؟
عالیه.
پس ترکم من.
ترک من که استعفا دادم. حالا میذاریم داخل. خب آب خب
I wish you could smell this. Just tomatoes and onions and saffron, rose petals. Fantastic.
و یه گوجه فرنگی. خب
وسط ها میذارین دیگه. مثلا نیم ساعت بعد.
میذاریم. یه ساعت میمونه تا بپزه.
برش گرم میگردونه؟
نه بر نمیگردونه. همینجوری میمونه تا میپزه. خودش با بخار خودش میمونه و میپزه.
به به، look guys.
خوشمزه.
Merci. This is like the Tabrizi style food. Isn't it beautiful? Yummy. Okay, let's start with this giant meatball, guys. Look at this. Look. Oh, for giants. Should we try it?
Yes.
Okay. First, I should get Merci. This is cutlet, but shaped like a shami. It's cutlet, but shaped like a shami. میخواین تام کنید؟
یه جمعه بهاری تو کوچه کناری یه عده مهمون بودن واسه نهار بود با شرایط موجود مشتاق و پریشون بودن با داد و هوا رو نوای تارو سندروم پای بیقرار با ترشی سیر و نون و پنیر و لفی دو مسیو بشیر رسید قرم سبزی